Can't go a single race without messing something up, can we? Sorry for those audio issues, but I'm glad we got those worked out here. But I think it just holds true. It wouldn't be a Rick James stream if at least something didn't go wrong. But for all intents and purposes, I think we're doing perfect as perfect can be. Shout out Mama Vols in the chat, and I tell you what, if the audio is off or messed up, you guys let me know, and we'll go ahead and get that fixed. It's the season finale. 16 races going to be complete after 80 laps tonight. And how about the pride of Hoover, Alabama, the graduate of Hoover High School, getting his Season 4 victory here in stunning fashion. Ryan Pennell leads the field to the green, and for the final time in Season 8, we are racing. And we are crashing almost immediately. Nick Pressey, Ryan Lindemann. All right. Steven Oberstadt went around. Not a brilliant way to start this one. Okay. Let's go to the green flag and find out what in the world happened here. Let's start with Nick Pressey from Brooklyn in the 94. There's a big gap there left by Ryan Lindemann to the 48. Pressey didn't get a great start at all. Thomas Andrews just lifts him right off the ground. Briley Wright goes. Everybody checks up behind him. Bama Trama does the right thing. She throws her hands up in the chat. I'll do that too, because that's just... Okay. Let's go back and see where it went wrong for the 48. This is New Jersey's Tristan Catania in the bad braking Chevrolet. '94 goes around, nowhere for Briley. Right to go, he slams the wall. 48 checks up, he makes it through okay. Everybody else just gets dumped. On board with Ryan Lindemann. Listen. Elridge George from Nassau, he got turned around. So, DeSoto, Missouri's Noah Belleville is going to be your race. No, he's in second. I don't know what I'm doing. Ryan Pennell's out in front. Noah Belleville is out in second. Ricardo Catania sitting in the third position in that excellent number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. And if you just tuned in, you literally have not missed a thing, because we have not gone 3 feet before the yellow flag came out. One more time at this start here. Keep your eye on that blue 9-4 to the outside behind the blinking car. That's Nick Pressey. He's going to go for a ride. He gets turns. Briley Wright gets turned. Ryan Lindemann gets dumped. Tommy Withers also getting dumped. What did Steven Oberstadt have to do with this one as well? The 38 comes out of nowhere. Austin Mongold and the 33 of Dale Markowski decide to make a sandwich out of Steven Oberstadt. Watch this. So drivers will come down into the pits, probably getting some fuel, maybe a little work on the tires, nothing more, nothing less. Ricardo Catania is in second. Ryan Pennell is out in front. And I'll tell you what, let's get rid of some of these pesky pre-roll ads while we can. We're going to take a 60-second break. We'll be back in 1 minute. The drivers will circle around doing absolutely nothing. If you haven't gotten your snack, gotten your drink, do that now. I'm going to do the exact same thing. My drink is running low. We'll grab some snacks. We're going to come back and we're actually going to watch some racing. I'll see you back in 60 seconds. back at iRacing's Talladega Superspeedway. Before we go back to green, I want to give it up to the good folks over at Drip Diecast and Collectibles. They've been our title sponsor not only this season, but seasons previous as well. Shout out to everybody there at Drip Diecast and Collectibles on eBay and Facebook, your #1 store for all sorts of NASCAR memorabilia, and not even NASCAR memorabilia, sports memorabilia as well, but obviously those of us that love racing, that love NASCAR. If you love these diecasts, the nostalgia that it makes you feel, and kind of what is the essence of Thursday Night Thunder, head over to Drip Diecast and Collectibles. There's an amazing, I mean huge collection, pages and pages on their eBay and their Facebook pages of almost any diecast you can think of, and if they don't have it, send them a message and they'll find it for you. Drip Diecast and Collectibles on eBay and Facebook, title sponsor of Thursday Night Thunder for at least 3 seasons, and hopefully for many more to come. Drip Diecast and Collectibles, your #1 eBay and Facebook NASCAR store. Richie Pennell, I'm sorry, Richie Pennell. Richie and Pennell on the front row. How about that? Ryan Pennell in the 12. Richie Catania in the 2-4. They're running 1-2 as the green flag goes. We get some spacing in the back, but luckily, this time we actually make it into turn #1, so I guess it's a 75-lap race. We'll see how that affects fuel mileage. Genuinely, I'm not being stupid. We'll see how that affects fuel mileage, because we're thinking, what, approximately 30 laps on one tank, if they can go that far. We're thinking 25 to 30. How about Toby Estes on the outside? He wants to get a great shot. They're going to go 3 wide out of turn #3, and the 41 of Noah Belleville will follow. Here we go. Single file, well, not anymore. They were single file for a brief moment. Riley Wright brings up the rear, the 5-time winner this season in that 4-1, and then the prospective champion just behind him in that 9-9, Jacob Prince. Math is not my strong suit, so the math says Jacob Prince may have clinched the title by starting the race here, but realistically speaking, it is all Jacob Prince's championship to lose, but anything is absolutely possible. But I think we ran the numbers last week, and Jacob Prince is almost certain to be Thursday Night Thunder champion, and in his rookie season, it's definitely something to celebrate. We're going to make no trying to smooth over that. Still a lot of race to go, still a really exciting season, and also a lot of bragging rights to fight for as well, because Jacob Prince has 5 wins, Noah Belleville has 5 wins, Toby Estes coming within 20 points of winning this championship in that 8 car, everything to fight for in that number 8. Richie Catania in the 2-4. Center stage in the DuPont Chevrolet with the pride of Hoover, Alabama to his left-hand side. One Ryan Pennell trying to lead this race. Let's go on board with the Alabama pilot. the pride of Greenwood, South Carolina. Jacob Prince in the double nine, running in the top 10, doing everything he needs to do to lay his hands on the title. Richie Catania, he wants to lay his hands back in victory lane. When's the last time we saw that 2-4 win? And as legend has it, Richie Catania winning the very first Thursday Night Thunder points race. And officially the first ever Thursday Night Thunder winner. He's fighting for the lead to the inside of the Budweiser Chevrolet. And the Mac Tonight race car being pushed by the Office Depot Chevrolet, the Old Spice Monte Carlo, and the Tony the Tiger Kellogg's Monte Carlo. 6 incredible early 2000s nostalgic paint schemes right there. Obviously not the Mac Tonight one. And then you've got the Blue Deuce behind them all. What a sight. Maldy's daddy in the chat talking about turning off all the devices on our internet. Last week, Noah Belleville had a huge blinking spell in that 41. Really upset a lot of the drivers, but this week they've seemed to figure it out. They're trying to help Noah as best they can, and how about that for a little bit of iRacing magic? The family's going to kick in, and they're going to see if we can get Noah a little bit more stable connection. So shout out to the 41 camp doing everything they can to get their driver into victory lane. If you just tuned in, it's been green flag since our first restart of the day. Steven Oberstadt and Tommy Withers about to be overtaken big time. Let's go on board with car 38. How about that for a bump draft at 180 iRacing miles an hour? Ryan Pennell, your race leader, the native driver, the only driver from Alabama in this field. Well, I was going to say at the front of this race, but now Richie Catania on the outside, and that's just the magic of Talladega. It doesn't matter if you're leading this race, because... oh my God, they came close to touching. They did touch. There goes Richie Catania in the wall. The 8, the 5, the 40, the 20, oh, the 30 car just almost made it. Talking about the 30 of Austin Mongold. He just got clipped at the end of that one. And Richie Catania in the 2-4 got caught up as well in that gorgeous DuPont Chevrolet. Now with some damage on it. The pride of Rockwall, Texas. One Donald Ray. You can see Tony the Tiger not having a great time with that dent on the right front. Let's see what happened. Caution on lap number 14, I think. Well, by that time, it's just too late. My guess is going to be bump drafting, but let's see if we can go on board. Let's go on board with the 5 and figure this out. Let's see what happened. Keep your eye on that yellow and blue Kellogg's machine. Man, you thought he was almost going to get away from it. Let's go on board with Richie Catania one more time. Richie went one way, Donald went another way. Austin Mongold almost made it through. He just gets clipped. How about Jacob Prince just squeezing through that one as well? Double 9, almost getting run into. 40 of Elridge George caught a piece of that as well. Jacob Prince not coming down pit road. Everybody else is coming down pit road. I mean, everybody. So the race leader staying out. Let's see if we can, let's try and bother him for a quick word. The soon-to-be Thursday Night Thunder champion. Can we call him that now? It might be too early to call him champ, but let's see what we can call him for now. Jacob, Rick James up top. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't know if the math has completely sealed your first Thursday Night Thunder championship, but it's looking ever more likely the closer we get to the checkered flag. So we won't call you champ yet, but you are leading this race after staying out. You don't want to come in?
Yeah, I'm going to come in. I just wanted to stay out there whenever all the leaders pitted just to get my point for leading the lap, and then I'll pit this time around and go back to the back. Been kind of a crazy start and been lucky to get through a couple of these wrecks. So just trying to stay clean right now and make it to that last 10 laps and try to stay in it. And as long as I feel like as long as I get a top 10 or 12, I should lock it up. But yeah, just wanted to get a point there.
Yeah, I think the math has you finishing in, if you finish in the top, somewhere in the top 15 or 16, the title is yours. We haven't done the numbers officially, but in any case, we're not going to count our chickens just yet, man. Hopefully, we talk to you at the end of this race. Good luck.
All right, appreciate it, Rick.
So the Pride of Greenwood, South Carolina, leading this race, and we should do that math and figure out if he's going to be the champion. Matter of fact, we'll do that here right now. We're going to go ahead and let everybody pit. We're going to get them taken care of. If you're running low on drinks and snacks, perfect time to top up. We're going to take another 60-second break, and we'll be back with more Thursday Night Thunder. See you in a minute. Getting ready to go racing in the TNT season final. Ryan Pennell, Noah Belleville on the front row. It's going to be our second restart of the evening. Championship not sealed up yet. Jacob Prince needs to finish 15th or better to seal the title. Toby Estes must win. Green flag is out. 63 to go at Dega. Markowski leading the outside line in the 33 with Tampa's Ryan Lindemann in the middle. Thomas Andrews, the Season 4 champion, on the outside with Jacob Prince, the potential Season 8 champion at the end of 60-some more laps, sitting behind him. 33-51 now shoots to the outside. Lindemann wants to lead at Dega. And Ryan Lindemann, well, he'll try to shoot to the front, but we continue to crash. This is going to be the third caution of the afternoon. Dale Markowski caught a big piece of that. Noah Belleville as well. He was a championship hopeful up until last week, and he's actually going for most wins this season. The pride of DeSoto, Missouri, with fans in the chat every single week, crashed on lap 19. He'll have to use a fast repair if he's got one left. Let's see what happened to car 41. Oh, man, he just gets nailed by Dale Markowski. Didn't even do anything wrong. He was minding his own business. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Dale. Oh, and Ryan Lindemann did it for Dale. He bump drafted him a little too hard in the back straight, and Dale's got a hole right out the back side. It's not good. Keep your eye on that double three. Watch the bump from the 51 of Lindemann. And Markowski's also moving up as well. That's not to blame Ryan Lindemann or Dale Markowski. You know, it's Talladega. What are you going to do? But let's have another look, because it looks like Dale Markowski's trying to block that 5-1. The red double three on your left-hand side. Yep, Dale's in the middle. He comes up to block the 51, who wants to give him a bump draft, and it's a tough call. You can say it's Ryan Lindemann's responsibility to lift. You can also say that Dale Markowski shouldn't be making a block, scrubbing off that much speed, but really, you just think that early in a race, you wouldn't really necessarily want to make that block. Let's see what it looks like from Ryan Lindemann's point of view. Yeah, and if it's in Lindemann's blind spot as well, you can definitely understand why he just might not be lifting. I mean, you can't really call that a blind spot, can you? But still. And then, unfortunately, the 41 of Noah Belleville also involved. Lindemann currently being scored as the race leader, and as we do, let's see if we can bug all our race leaders for a quick word. Ryan Lindemann, Rick James up top, can you hear me?
Hey, buddy, yes I can.
Lindo, season finale, good to hear your voice. You're at the front of this race after a little bit of contact with the double three. What happened there?
Just a extremely late block. He just came up, and it's too much momentum behind me, pushing me, and I didn't know where to go.
Extremely late block. That's your call. So we've got fewer than 60 laps remaining. Do you have a dance partner out there? Are you still trying to learn the car? I think our longest green flag run has been something like 17 laps. What can you learn in that time?
No, car's good. I mean, car's actually fast. I think I'm good. Dance partner, probably Jacob Prince got to keep the E&A boys together. So, see what happens down the stretch. But I think he's going to hang out in the back here for some time, but we'll see where we're at. We can keep this 51 Morris maintenance up front. We'll see what happens.
All right, buddy, we're going to let you get back to work. Hopefully you survive, and we talk to you at the end of the race.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, buddy.
Lindo's going to go back to work. Thomas Andrews going to line up to his outside. Lights are out atop the pace car. And we're going to have, what, 58 laps to go when we take the green. Third caution of the night. Drivers have been plenty aggressive on the wheel. A little bit of restraint wouldn't kill them. Miss Moneypenny in the chat cheering for Noah, and where there's Miss Moneypenny, there's always a conversation about the dominant Aiden Norman. Shout out to the three-time champion, Jacob Prince, looking to throw his hat into the ring of Thursday Night Thunder champions. He wants to also join the ranks of rookie champions like Aiden Norman. Season 8 almost coming to an end. And they're getting the stencil ready. They're about to carve his name on that trophy. And that prize money is going to be all his. He just needs to survive. He has not wrapped up the title. He must finish 15th or better. And Toby Estes must win this race and lead a... Well, he's going to win the race. He's obviously going to lead a lap. So, and I don't know if Toby has to lead the most laps. By the math we did in the last break, he didn't have to lead the most laps. But now that Jacob Prince has led a lap, he may need to lead the most laps just to have enough points to get the title. But it doesn't matter what Toby Estes does. If Jacob Prince finishes in the top 15, which is a very likely possibility, but this is racing. Anything can happen. We're going to find out what's going to happen real soon. Ryan Lindemann. On the inside, he's got control of the field with the Season 4 champion to his outside. 53 laps to go? No, 57. I can't do math. It's 58 laps to go. How about that? Let's go racing. Tristan Catania asking, where's my interview? And I'll ask Tristan, when are you going to lead a lap? You get in the front during a caution period, Tristan, and then we'll talk. Literally. Ryan Lindemann at the front. Ryan Pinnell saving all his strength at the back. Currently running in 17th, a couple laps off the pace, but given the number of cautions, there's still plenty of race to go. Plenty of chance for the Alabama pilot to make it back up into the lead. Greenwood, South Carolina's Jacob Prince at the front of this race with Elrich George behind him and the pride of Nassau, Bahamas. The only Caribbean driver in this field. But not the only Caribbean driver in TNT. Juan Garza, I think, won plenty of races in Season 2 and Season 3. A very limited schedule when we were running on... No, it was in the early days of iRacing. I think Juan Garza ran a lot in Season 4 and Season 5, but only the first few races of the season when his other competition was not racing, and he was really dominant, but we didn't really get a chance to see what was going on then. Elrich George in that 40. Behind Jacob Prince, Nick Pressey just went purple, 47.85. And the fastest lap of the afternoon goes to Brooklyn's Nick Pressey. Pressey in the 94, just preserving his race car. Steven Oberstadt in the bluey Chevrolet goes to the front. 2-9 of Briley Wright now moving to his outside, and the Bluegrass Bandit wants to lead, and there's another Bluegrass Bandit who's behind Oberstadt in that 38. 2 wide. Almost 3 wide. And getting closer. And they just won't stay still, these race cars. They continue to jostle, slide through the lanes. Watch this. Jacob Prince starting to creep up through the running order as we slowly approach halfway. 27 laps about to be complete. Briley Wright at the front of this one. Steven Oberstadt to his left-hand side in that 38. And Toby Estes in the Budweiser machine trying to keep up his very slim Thursday Night Thunder Championship hopes, but anything is possible. Estes in the 8, behind Oberstadt in the 3-8, the 40 of Elridge George with the sun gleaming off of that singular Chevrolet. Now comes up behind the TranStar Diesel Monte Carlo, the 5-1 of Ryan Lindemann, flying the flag for Florida, running in that 4th position on the outside line. Elridge George trying to get help from John Honeybrink in the Nvidia Chevrolet. Tommy Withers trying to make his way back into the top 10 in the Viagra machine, the number 6. Drafting behind the 41 of Noah Belleville, Nick Pressey behind him. And looking good. Drivers again, just settling in for the ride. Not much they can do. Steven Oberstadt went green last time around, so the track is getting faster. Drivers are getting more comfortable with each other, but that also means they're pushing harder. So as all these times start to flash green on the board, with that speed, are we losing a lack of, or are we exhibiting a lack of patience? Are the drivers being less patient, pushing each other a little bit more? Maybe they're just getting bored, who knows? 10 laps to halfway, though, that's cool. Everybody just jostling, just sliding back and forth. They look like pucks on an air hockey table, just trying to stay stable. It's hilarious watching them trying to keep their car moving in a straight line. Let's go on board with the 2-4 of Richie Catania. Oberstadt leads, Catania survives, and the top 15 all within a second of each other. Dale Markowski running in 15th, Donald Ray in the 16th position with no draft. Ryan Pennell, he is 2 laps off the pace, but he is still in that pack, staying stable. The 30 of Austin Mongold in the Laughing Clown Machine. Now trying to go up the middle. He'll think otherwise and draft with Nick Pressey. Single file at the front with only one car leading, but now Toby Estes says, I want to change that. The Budweiser and the Goodwrench Chevrolet line up nose to tail. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kevin Harvick's liveries at the front. On the outside, being piloted by Toby Estes and Briley Wright, two of the three Bluegrass Bandits, and the number 2 of Thomas Andrews, the Season 4 champion, lined up in front of the first ever Thursday Night Thunder winner, officially, Richie Catania. Nick Pressey just went green, 47.85. Jacob Prince running in 15th. He's on that championship bubble. There's a huge crash right there. Cars flipping like it's wacky races. Briley Wright went airborne. Caution number 4 in 33 laps at the Talladega Superspeedway. All right. Let's see what happened. My guess is going to be bump drafting. Whoa, look at that. Jacob Prince gets right into Noah Belleville. I guess Prince didn't check up enough. He survives all of this, and staying at the back really has been just Prince's strategy here. It's working for him. '29 just got into the 8 and turned him. Have a look. Oh, we're still a little early. Let's see if we can go back here. There we go. Keep an eye on these two here, the 2.9 and the 8. Matter of fact, let's go to the blimp and see if we can just get the best view of all. And don't get me wrong, he's pushing him hard. He's bump drafting as hard as he can. And just gave him a little too much. Toby Estes sailing through the air. Hold on. Go on board with Tristan Catania in the 48. Briley looks like he used a fast repair, got that race car repaired. Toby Estes did exactly the same thing, and he comes out of pit road with nary a scratch on the Budweiser Chevrolet. Dale Markowski somehow is at the front of this race. Let's see if we can bother this man for a word. Dale Markowski, Rick James up top, can you hear me?
I got a copy, Rick.
How did you get in the front of this race?
I had to use the tires last stop, so didn't take any of that time. That's how it happened.
What's it going to take to survive this race? 4 cautions in less than 40 laps. That's a lot. What's going on? Are the cars just that loose?
Well, no, you got dumbasses like me making stupid blocks and getting turned in front of the field. That was 100% my fault. That second to last caution. So yeah, yeah, I feel bad that I took out Ryan there. It's like the second night in a row, so I ain't got nothing good to say right now. I'm not gonna lie. I just a little disappointed myself in making a dumb block like that. So.
Well, hopefully the rest of the race goes smoother than that, Dale. Sit tight, and hopefully we talk to you at the end of the show. Have a good one.
You as well, Rick. See ya.
And we do apologize for Dale's salty language. Is everybody okay? No one's hurt? We'll try not to cuss moving forward here. Dale Markowski and Steven Oberstadt running 1-2. Tommy Withers will be on the outside in that number 6 Viagra Ford. Oberstadt in the blue Chevrolet running in third. Jake Prince looking to be Thursday Night Thunder champion at the end of tonight's race. He'll be rolling off in position number 4, if I can count right. His main championship rival, Toby Estes, in the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet, just went for a nasty ride. One more time, right on board with the 8 car. And with Tristan Catania. And we keep it moving. 4 laps to halfway when they cross the line this time by. Dale Markowski in the lead. Tommy Withers, on the outside. Thomas Andrews is going to be starting in row number 4 to the inside of John Honeybrink. Markowski has a chance to show him what he's made of. 44 laps remain at Talladega, waiting for the signal. Dale Markowski in the restart zone now, puts his foot down, and we're racing. With a bumper full of Steven Oberstadt. This is what caused a crash last time. Tommy Withers dives right down to the inside. He wants to be the undisputed leader at Talladega. Car 6 to the front. 9. Jacob Prince shoots to the outside, and he's going to have the 4-8 of Tristan Catania in his rear view mirror. How about Prince to the outside? He says, my championship, my lead. Car 48 urging the 99, and your new leader in the Coors Banquet machine is Jacob Prince. Prince trying to hold on to the lead, but I think it's all about survival at this point. I don't know if these drivers want to make a pass, or maybe they just want to get to the end of the race. Tristan Catania not safe on the outside, and Jacob Prince decides he's going to duck out of this one and head to the back. Did he get loose? Did he make the decision on his own? What happened? Nope, he just backs out. I think maybe he doesn't want to get collected in anything. He's going to hold on to the back. Hoover, Alabama's Ryan Pennell now getting closer. He's only 1 lap off the lead lap as well. So he's definitely got a chance to win this race. Lindemann on the outside. He wants to lead a lap or two. He's got Donald Ray behind him in that 5. Let's go on board with Don. Caution is out once again. 5th yellow flag tonight. And we're only 40 laps into this race. Let's see what happened. Tristan Catania and Elrich George coming together. Late block. Noah Belleville caught up again. Thomas Andrews caught up. Austin Mongol, Jacob Prince caught a piece of it. Let's see what happened here, because that does not tell the whole story. But I want to see exactly what happened with Elrich George. We're too early here, but let's go back. This looks like a move made way too late. Let's go to the blimp. Keep your eye on that orange 40. 33 and the 38 say they're going to back out. Oh, the 40 wasn't even clear. Was not even clear. On board with Elrich George. I don't know if he heard clear. I don't know if he was anticipating the 48 would let up. Austin Mongold almost made it. Noah Belleville was not as lucky. Del Markowski made it through. I think John Honeybrink might have lost control right at the end there as well. Ryan Lindemann coming out of the pits. Tommy Withers to the race lead. Car number 6, the Viagra Ford, out in front. See if we can bother this man for a quick word. Tommy Withers, Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
I can.
Good to hear your voice. You're in the lead in this one here. And what is a caution-filled event? What's going on out there? Is it hard to control the race cars?
Well, you can't really bump. So when you get to the car in front of you, the front bumper is going to go under the rear bumper of the car in front, and that's caused a lot of problems. I think once in a net code. But I mean that last one I just think we're being a little too aggressive. I mean I know I was right in the middle of that, but as far as changing lanes goes, yeah, it's a carnage-filled race and a war of attrition. I had to use my fast repair early because I ate the wall and just trying to hang on. I figure I'm better out in front than in the middle or in the back.
Well, hopefully you can stay out front. Hopefully you can survive these final 30-some laps. Lots of carnage out there, but still plenty of race to go. Hopefully we see you back in victory lane, man. Hold on to her.
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate everything you've done this season, man. It's been a great one.
Labor of love, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Tommy Withers will go back to work. Lights are still on atop the pace car, and we're going to take a short break. I need a short break, so I need to grab another drink, and I'm sure you do too. So grab yourself a cold one, grab yourself a nice salty snack, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with more Thursday Night Thunder Racing. It's the season final at Talladega. Don't go anywhere. Noah Belleville and Donald Ray at the front of this field. Moldy Muskrat simply puts, I'm dead. And he's in the pits getting his repair, and that's Noah Belleville, for those that know, and Noah's grandma, Grandma Jeannie, in the chat, trying to give these drivers a talking to. Grandma Jeannie says, just race sensibly, taking other drivers out. Calm down, we're only halfway through this race, and Grandma Jeannie is talking absolute sense. She knows what she's talking about, trying to put a little bit of calm into these drivers here. And Noah Belleville with 9 minutes of repairs from that last accident. And the last accident, a product of a late block. Let's go on board with Elridge George. The drivers will go green. Tommy Withers will have control of the field when they go green again. Keep your eye on that orange 40. He thinks he's clear. He's not clear. Right down on Tristan Catania and the 41 of Noah Belleville. Nowhere to go. Racing again. Tommy Withers at the front. Withers still leads the Viagra machine proudly at the front of this race to the inside of Donald Ray's Kellogg's Chevrolet. Jacob Prince, prospective TNT champion. On the outside, Toby Estes wants to get one more win before the season is out. Richie Catania just wants to get back on the podium. 45 laps about to be complete at the Talladega Superspeedway. 35 laps to go in Season 8. And if you didn't know, now you do. Season 9 of Thursday Night Thunder coming to you this August. We've been working hard all spring. We want to take the summer off, and we hope you do too. Get out there, have some fun, get some sunshine while you can, and we'll be back right towards the end of summer to kick off another season. Stay tuned on TNT Twitter, Rick James TV Twitter for the latest Season 9 news. I can confirm the schedule is in the works. We're just putting in the final nails, turning the final screws, and we'll have the Season 9 schedule ready to go. So stay tuned to Twitter, at TN Thunder Series, at Rick James TV for more news. Noah Belleville saying in the chat, only getting 2,000 RPMs at idle. Only getting 1,800 RPMs when he should be getting 2,000 RPMs. So something definitely wrong with the car. Hopefully he gets back out here to at least finish the season under his own power. And look who's gone purple, talking about some more horsepower. 47.46 for Ryan Pennell. His personal best. And the fastest lap of the race. .29 of Briley Wright sits just ahead of him as we quickly approach 30 laps to go. The driver's restarting on lap 41. And again, Drip Diecast and Collectibles Track Facts telling us they can't go to the end from here. So if they do go green all the way, they will need green flag pit stops. We've also had 4 cautions in these first 40 laps, so I don't think we're going to be going green to the end of this race. Anyway, it's been an incredible season. If this is your first race or if this is your 16th out of 16 races this season, thank you so much for being with us for every single moment of racing. We're going to finish with a bang, and we're going to start Season 9 with some really exciting changes as well. And iRacing tells us that we're going to be getting new Gen 4 models this season as well. So as we had in Season 5, when we went from the ARCA car to the Gen 4 car, we may have an updated Gen 4 car in the middle of Season 9, so possibly another formula change mid-season. That's going to be really, really fun. I'm really excited for Season 9, and I hope you are too. So again, stay tuned with us here all throughout the summer. We'll let you know when the new season comes about. 30 laps to go next time by. 30 more laps in TNT Season 8. Jacob Prince on the outside. He wants to win a 6th race this season. Who can blame him? Toby Estes just wants to get on victory lane one more time before the season's out. Estes hunting. Tommy Withers still in the lead. Give it up to that 6 car. He has not been moved. The 38 of Steven Oberstadt trying to get some more help from the 99, and then Ryan Lindemann in the 5-1 wants to help his friend from ENEA as well. The number 8, Toby Estes, in the middle, getting a big push from Donald Ray in that 5. Let's go on board with the 8 car. And a huge blink from Tommy Withers. There's the 6 car, but that was a massive blink. Ryan Pennell behind that 2-4. And blinks like that, Tommy Withers might be asked to just remove himself from the line there. We did have a lot of blinking last week at IRP that caused some drivers to be really upset. And this week, the stewards are going to make a point of that. We're going to try and get any blinking drivers out of the way. So Tommy Withers hopefully has a stable internet connection. You saw Noah Belleville back out on the racetrack. He is in 17th, 8 laps off the pace. So he's going to need a lot of help to get back into race-winning contention. And I don't think there's enough laps for him to get that kind of help. So, but we'll see. He's still going to pilot around. He's still going to make some noise and turn some laps and get some last-minute points. Good for him. Still prizes. Still plenty of prizes up for grabs this season. And a couple other drivers looking to, well, stay out of the way. Nick Pressey and Thomas Andrews are going to stay on the low side. Everybody's going to go high and navigate their way around them. And to the lead. The pride of Rockwall, Texas, at the ripe age of 304 years old, Donald Ray leading this race. Toby Estes in the 8 will be pushing him. And how about a little beer in your cereal? Toby Estes getting up the backside of that Kellogg's machine. How about a little Viagra in your beer, in your cereal? Tommy Withers in that number 6 machine coming up between the DuPont and the Budweiser Chevrolets. Ryan Pennell to the inside of John Honeybrink. Honeybrink, I don't know who he's trying to draft with. He's just finding himself in some empty space over here. But it looks like sanity prevails for now. This is one of our longer green flag runs this race, and I think drivers might have finally found some space. Elrich George is going to have to find some space to himself because here comes the cavalry. And just a quarter left. 25 laps to go. Donald Ray at the undisputed lead for now. Ryan Lindemann just ahead of Jacob Prince. Steven Oberstadt in that 38 car. Staying in the mix, John Honeybrink staying in the top 10. Dale Markowski has Briley right behind him, who wants some of that top 10. And if you just tuned in, it's been a caution-filled affair, but it's going to finish with some fireworks. Believe that. Because, I mean, come on, who doesn't want to win the last race of the season? Going to be off for the entire summer. A couple of prizes up tonight. Looking at some quick playoff scores right now. Panthers and Rangers tied at 1 with 5:27 to go in the second period. Mavericks up 29 points on the T-Wolves at halftime. Noah Belleville out of the way in the 41 car through the tri-oval. UCLA beat Alabama. In NCAA softball, Oklahoma beat Duke 9-1. Texas shut out Stanford 4-0. Oklahoma State and Florida. That game starting right now on ESPN2. Donald Ray still leading the low line, and Ryan Lindemann still leading the top line. Put on that Panthers-Rangers game while we finish on here. We'll give you some live updates. 3:36 and counting to go in that second period. So the question from here is, who's going to pit first? These drivers have approximately 10 more laps on this fuel run. So if they haven't yet decided a partner, they need to do so now. Steven Oberstadt wedging himself between the 51 and the 99. And now the 51 is going to get out of the way. Well, out of Steven Oberstadt's way and try and link up with that 99. Look at how loose the 51 got there. And that's what bump drafting in the corners will do for you. What a save. What a save by Ryan Lindemann. Watch this. See if we can speed this up here a little bit. We went too far back, but cool hands really prevailing in the cockpit of that 51. Watch this. There's the bump draft. Look at the hands inside that 51. Watch this. How about that for a save? And the Tampa driver keeps it moving. Single file all the way back, and drivers are getting ready to pit. 2:0 to go, and next time it's 1-9 at the line. The TNT Season 8 final comes down to its final 20 laps. And we got a new follower in the house. Shout out Johnny Boy for following here on Twitch. Tell your friends about us. Welcome to Rick James TV. If you love racing, you're in the right place. 2:0 to go, 1-9 at the line. 5, 8, 6, your top three: Donald Ray, Toby Estes, Tommy Withers. Single file all the way back. Tommy Withers leading a majority of laps, but now Donald Ray has been at the front for the longest time. Toby Estes sitting in second, and now pushing that 5. 19 laps remain. ARC's driver John Hagan making himself known in that chat. Withers in third, but he's not going to the outside. Steven Oberstadt will stay on the outside. The 5-1 of Lindemann tucks in behind him. 33 of Dale Markowski riding in 8th. He's got the eventual champion, Jacob Prince, behind him in 9th. Briley Wright coming up behind that 99 in the 10th position. And again, Jacob Prince has not clinched the championship. He must finish 15th or better to win the title, regardless of Toby Estes' result. If Jacob Prince finishes 16th or worse, Toby Estes must win this race to come even close to having a title. Hagan says his money is on Steven Oberstadt, who's running in that bluey machine on the outside. He's got a bumper full of Ryan Lindemann on board with the 3-8. Noah Belleville, like a gentleman, will remove himself from the racing surface. Donald Ray to the left-hand side. Lindemann to the inside. He wants to lead before green flag stops. 5-1, new leader. Chevrolets all throughout the top 5. '51 now has Steven Oberstadt no longer as a dance partner, but as a rival on the outside. Donald Ray in the number 5 has not won since season 4 when he won at his home track at Texas. Sits behind that 51. He's got a chance to win, but will he draft with him all the way to the end of this race? Toby Estes, his dance partner, the 2-9 of Briley Wright, way back there in 11th. Drivers at pit now will have enough fuel to get to the end, but will they have their preferred drafting partner? The second period ends in New York. It's 1-1. Rangers, Panthers. Miss Moneypenny with words of encouragement for Noah Belleville. We do hope to see him next season for another full-time campaign and another chance at the title. And regardless of what happens with this season, you cannot cast any shadow on Noah Belleville's season. An average finish of 5th, 5 wins this season, and an average start of 4th. He has the highest average start of any driver in Thursday Night Thunder. And an incredible season for Noah Belleville. Elridge George politely getting out of the way, and despite the damaged race car, he continues to soldier on. He wants to be running at the end of this season, and he's going to do everything that he can. He has had an amazing season, and it's not like it's his rookie season. We know Noah Belleville throughout many TNT races, and we hope he comes back for another excellent 16 races and a chance to win the title. And this driver in the 8 car, it's not over for him. Toby Estes knows what he has to do. Looking at Jacob Prince, who's currently running in 9th, Again, the magic number for Prince is 15. If he finishes 15th or better, he is the Thursday Night Thunder champion. Toby Estes doing everything he needs to do as well. And it may sound silly, but genuinely missing one race throughout the season, missing a couple of races, having a bad run could cripple your season. It happened to Jacob Prince when he got a speeding penalty at, I'm not sure, I think it was Michigan or Auto Club. I have no idea, but he got a speeding penalty here recently, and the championship was blown wide open. The drivers were tied going into the next race. I think it was Pocono where he got a speeding penalty. But anyway, got to be here for as many races as possible to win this championship. Lurkin Tom Gaming, Tom Sears, as he's known. He's a two-time TNT champion. He knows what it takes. Belleville again politely removing himself, letting the race go undisturbed. A dozen laps remaining. You can expect drivers within the next 5 to 8 laps. Maybe even sooner than that. The Drip Diecast and Collectibles Track Facts tell you between 25 and 30 laps on a fuel run. We'll see just how far they make it. Donald Ray, Ryan Lindemann, neck and neck into turn number 3. Lindemann will lose a little bit of the advantage, but is he getting ready to pit? Austin Mongold dipping to the inside. He's looking for some fresh air. 11 laps to go at Dega. Austin Mongold looks like he's getting out of the way. Maybe right before pit stops as well. He gets a little loose, getting back onto the racing surface. There's Donald Ray in the 5. Here they come down into the pits. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers, and they cannot speed. Donald Ray comes in at the speed of light. Briley Wright comes in at an incredible speed. Like 6 guys just sped into pit lane. Are you kidding me? Watch this. At ludicrous speeds. Toby goes right through the commitment cone. Watch this. Gonna lock him up here. Jacob Prince locks him up as well, right in front of Tommy Withers. We're gonna see who comes out of pit road. Did Prince get a speeding penalty? He did not. I am just staggered. Not a single one of these guys came out of the pits with a penalty. That is unbelievable. Here comes race leader Steven Oberstadt into the pits. Can we say the same for these guys? Oberstadt comes in at 1,000,000 miles an hour. He's going to wreck his race car. Ryan Pinnell's going to get a Cole Trickle Award for avoiding that. That's unbelievable. Oberstadt does the same thing. He comes in at a ludicrous speed. Watch this. And there's Ryan Pinnell. Watch him avoid all this. He locks it up, too. And just watch. He's going to go this way, that away, this away. And he's going to avoid all of that. And it's smooth moves like that that's going to earn a stationary Ryan Pinnell his very own Cole Trickle move of the race.
Ice cream! Give me some of that!
I think that's the first time we've ever given the Cole Trickle move of the race to somebody who's not moving. Ryan Lindemann out in the lead, and there's Donald Ray with a huge line behind him. Lindo without a draft partner. What's he going to do? Absolutely nothing, because here they come. And there they go. He's going to have to tag along to the back of Jacob Prince. It was 9 at the line, and it's going to be 8 more laps to settle this one. Lindemann trying to pick up the draft, and Donald Ray starting to snake into the tri-oval. Looking at the Dallas and Minnesota game, the Mavericks are up on the Wolves 75-44 with 10 minutes to go in the third. Panthers and Rangers still in the intermission. Steven Oberstadt with no draft partners. What happened to him? Oh, there's the speeding penalty. There it is. Pitting on lap 69 there, and it just bit him. It bit him hard. He definitely got a speeding penalty, and it's going to cost him. He's 1 lap off the pace. Matter of fact, there's only 7 cars on this lead lap. John Honeybrink is the last of them. There's Ryan Pennell with no draft help. There's Donald Ray with Toby Estes to the inside, and here he comes. He's going to settle right in front of Jacob Prince. Toby Estes coming back into the... Is he? No, he's not. Maybe these two are going to draft together. I have no idea. 7 laps to go at Talladega. And this is great because there's only 3 cars at the front. They're not moving desperately quickly, but here comes Jacob Prince to aid in that. Ryan Lindemann still has to catch on to the rest of them. And Toby Estes, who's 1 lap off the pace, is losing the draft quickly. So if Lindemann catches Estes, he can push him up, but Estes doesn't have a dog in this fight. It's going to be 6 laps to go, and unless a caution comes out, these guys are going to be bunched together in a 5-car pack, and that's going to be it. Mongold snaking down the back straight for no reason. Donald Ray out in the front. Five laps to go, and there is the gap at the front. Ryan Pennell about to be swallowed, but he's going to join this pack as well. Maybe he will get to partake in some of these late race festivities. Ray still at the front. What's Donald Ray thinking? What's his plan going to be? Because he knows Briley Wright very well. He knows Briley Wright isn't going to let him just get away with this lead for the next 4.5 laps. Jacob Prince is out there by himself, but here comes Ryan Pennell, maybe to aid the double 9. And he will. Grandma Jeannie in the chat talking about bad luck for Noah Belleville, telling him to hold his head high after a fantastic season. 3rd in the points after missing a couple of races. And Grandma Jeannie really excited for the next season of Thursday Night Thunder, and we are too. And if you weren't here with us at the beginning of the race here, Noah's family coming into the chat letting us know that they had disconnected all the non-computer internet devices, talking about Noah Belleville, making sure he has all the bandwidth he needs to minimize the blinking this race. And everybody, literally, in the 41 camp, pitching in, doing what they can to make sure Noah Belleville has a steady race. And he's had a decent race, but got caught up as collateral damage in a couple of other crashes, and he's currently running in the 17th position. Maybe just waiting till this one's over. Donald Ray still at the front. Just over 7 miles remain. Prince in the double 9, now making it a 3-on-3 fight in the TNT season final. Noah Belleville saying the engine blew up. So that's all she wrote. The 41 will not finish the last race in Season 8. And that's really a shame. But plenty to fight for next season. That TNT title could very well be his. Only missed a couple of races. He says he tried. And no, that's exactly correct, Noah. You absolutely tried. 5.25 miles remain at Talladega. Donald Ray has not won since Season 4. Jacob Prince has already won 5 times this season. Briley Wright, 1 win this season in Thursday Night Thunder. With the help of Toby Estes behind him, can he make it 2? And if by some very possible miracle they all decide to wreck each other, John Honeybrink is in 5th, who has never won a Thursday Night Thunder race. Ryan Lindemann is right there behind him. So if these 6 cars all crash each other in this last lap, there's still a couple of guys behind them who could win. Ryan Pennell, desperate to get back onto the top step. He has not won in Thursday Night Thunder since here in Season 4. The double 9. No, I'm sorry, was it Season 4? I have no idea. Maybe it was Season 6. Anyway, who cares? Half a lap to go in the season. Let's focus on that. Jacob Prince in the 99 leading this race, looking for one more victory. Ryan Pennell actually running in 8th. He's not a part of this. Richie Catania has a chance to win. I'm getting confused here. Just typical Rick James broadcast. If it's not one thing, it's another. There's the crash at the end where there goes Pennell. He gets caught up. Jacob Prince now has Donald Ray behind him. Will they drag race to the end? Prince into the inside. Ray on the outside. One more push to the line. At that line, it's Jacob Prince who wins by 2/100ths of a second. Donald Ray literally being pushed up off the surface of the racetrack in an effort to get him to the line, and the Thursday Night Thunder Championship will rest under the shade of the palmetto tree. South Carolina, Jacob Prince wins the TNT Championship. 6 wins this season, and a very, very well-deserved championship. Jacob Prince, your winner. Take a look at that finish in just 1 second. Toby Estes, 2nd place in the points with a very hefty congratulations to the double 9. They were tied 3 races ago after Jacob Prince's critical speeding on pit road penalty. He held it together through the last few races of the season to become your Thursday Night Thunder champion. He will deservedly burn the house down. What a season. A rookie with 6 victories to his name. Let's go back to that white flag. Ryan Pennell had a great run out of that 4th corner. So much so that Richie Catania lifted him off the ground as well. Let's fast forward this and keep your eye on the back end of that 12. He's going to get a really hefty serving of push from that 24. Donald Ray almost gets caught up in that. Jacob Prince survives. And watch the run. If Donald Ray sticks to that inside line, this might have been a different story. But Prince sticks to his guns, and by 2/100ths of a second, he wins at Talladega. He is your champion, and he's going to do the Alan Kulwicki Polish victory lap. And you love to see it. Shout out Alan Kulwicki. Shout out that early NASCAR. Oh, well, no. All right, he's going to turn around. Maybe he's going to do the Polish front straight. How about that? And he's going to continue to burn it down. So we're going to get our top 3. We're going to get Jacob Prince, Donald Ray, Briley Wright, and we're going to have our final interviews of the season. Don't go anywhere. Podium in just a moment. On the podium with our top three, starting with, our fourth place finisher here, Bradley Wright, unavailable, so we'll put Richie Catania in his place instead. Rich, you had a chance to win up until that last lap there. What happened? A little bit of aggressive bump drafting with the 12?
Yeah, well, I had no choice but to really shove him, and unfortunately, just went back and looked at the tape and caught him a little off center, which caused him to spin, and that was kind of the end of that. But yeah, was in a good spot to win there, man. Was clinching hard to try to get that one through.
It was a great finish, man. A great finish. A great season as well. And then Season 9 going to be kicking off here mid-August. Can we count on you to be there for the start of Season 9?
You betcha. I won't miss it for the world, Rick.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you so much, man. We'll see you in a couple of months here. Enjoy the summer.
You too, bro.
Our second place finisher tonight, the pride of Rockwall, Texas, and 2/100ths of a second away from his first win in quite a very long time. My man Donald Ray on the second step of the podium. Nothing to hang your head about, partner. You had a great run.
Yeah, no, that was a good race. It was fun. I'm just glad Richie was able to get a good finish there early in the race. I gave him a little bit too aggressive of a push, caused us both to wreck, but good for him. He was able to finish up front. I knew with Ryan on the outside and Richie pushing him that it was going to be tough to really get an avenue to try and win the race. So I just stayed committed to pushing Jake there, and congrats to him, man. It was one heck of a season for him. He dominated pretty much the entire season, it seemed like. He was always up front if he wasn't winning. But I do want to say all of this is it's fun. It's our make-believe racing league that we all have a lot of fun in. But what's important, Rick, is we're thinking of you and your family.
Oh, thank you, Don. I appreciate that, man. It's been an unbelievable season, both on and off the racetrack. So thank you so much, man, and thank you for being a part of all of this, man. You become my family as well. So we're gonna see you here in some weeks' time. You enjoy your summer. We'll talk soon.
All right, Rick. Thanks, buddy.
On to our champion, the Prince of the Palmetto State, the pride of Greenwood, South Carolina, and for the first time ever, we can call him champ. Jacob Prince, your Season 8 Thursday Night Thunder champion and 6-time winner. JP, what a season.
Yeah, man. Just really happy with how things turned out this year. Had a lot of fun with these guys. Really enjoyed myself, and this was the goal coming in. I mean, we're really coming in. I just wanted to try to contend for Rookie of the Year, and ended up winning the championship. So it was a really solid year for me. I feel like I was on my game for the most part. I had a couple of mishaps here and there, but man, I really enjoyed it. I just want to thank everybody that puts us on and you for broadcasting. I just really appreciate it.
You only get a couple of months off, and then you have to defend your title. Season 9 coming at you August 2024. Will we see you there to go for 2 straight championships?
Absolutely. I'll be around for sure. I had a lot of fun this year. Try to make every race that I can. Sometimes stuff comes up and you miss some, but I'll be there as much as I can. So this season really impressed me. I think we have a group of really good drivers here, and hopefully we can recruit some more in and have some more competition out here. So looking forward to next season.
I can't wait, man. Season 9 is going to be here before you know it. One more time before he goes away for the summer. Ladies and gentlemen, your Season 8 Thursday Night Thunder champion, Greenwood, South Carolina's Jacob Prince. Congrats again, Jake.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Rick.
Fans at home, another season is in the books. Without the fans, this is not possible. Shout out Repeat 1975, who's in the chat as well. Without Repeat 1975, this would not be possible. Regardless of what happens from here, if I never broadcast another race again without Repeat 1975, this right here, I wouldn't be talking to you. Miss Moneypenny would not be in this chat right now. Shout out to her. Shout out to Aiden Norman, Noah Belleville, and his family as well. Belleville's fans coming in every single week in the chat. If this is the first time you've been in our chat, or if this is since day one, like Repeat, like Mama Vols, like a lot of the Rick James fans, thank you so much. Unfortunately, the sun's going to set on this season of Thursday Night Thunder, but there's no need to be sad. We're going to be back in a very, very short while. And the racing doesn't stop. Jacob Prince winning that championship now qualifies for the ARC's Race of Champions, the V8 Supercar competition that starts next week, next season, right here, Rick James TV, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. The V8 Supercars will go to work. Mark your calendars. 7 more days, and we get more racing on Rick James TV. It's the 4th edition of the ARC's Race of Champions. Your newly crowned Thursday Night Thunder champion, Jacob Prince, will be there to win $200 in a 6-race shootout to be crowned the very best in ARCs. And until next week's season opener, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other.